Hello everyone, this is Themeaddict12 here from Team Over 8000, bringing you guys a Toon deck profile. Now I've tried so many different builds with this. I've had the Toon deck before the new support came out, and I was just sticking to it, but it wasn't working out. So I'm extremely happy with this new support. As you guys see, it got extremely ridiculous. The cards are extremely good. The only thing is that they rely on Toon Kingdom way too much. Way too much. But let's get this Toon deck profile started. Now trust me, some things are going to be iffy, but try this build or try something around it, work around it. But this is what has been working out best for me. First of all, we'll start with the monster lineup. $15 card, Toon Mass Sorcerer. I run triple of this. Simple. With Toon Kingdom, you could just keep milling, so even though its attack is weak, you are going to be taking damage, but you mill to protect it. You're going to be drawing every time you inflict damage with this. Also, it's a dark. You can go into Master Key Beetle with 2 of them, or etc., and you can protect your Toon Kingdom with that eventually. I love this card. Drawing is amazing, so why not draw? 3 Toon Mass Sorcerer. 2 Toon Gemini Elf. I was gonna do 3, but I've noticed that usually I only go into 1 at the start. I only keep 1 out, so you're most likely gonna get 1 out with Toon Mask, or I'll explain it more in the future. But 2 Toon Gemini Elves, trust me, you don't need 3. The only reason I use 3 Toon Mask Sorcerers is because it's a dark, so you get a couple extra benefits off that. 1 Toon Cyber Dragon. This is gonna be a based off normal summon deck or special summon on your opponent's turn, so you only want to run 1 of these. If you open up with this, amazing. You don't need Toon Kingdom to summon this, but you do need Toon Kingdom for it to attack directly. Toon Dark Magician Girl, my favorite. It can attack the turn summon. It's the only Toon that can do that, so you definitely at least want to run 1. I only keep her at 1. You want to run as few monsters as possible. I'll explain why. 1 Toon Dark Magician Girl. It's tribute. It's considered a special summoning, so you can actually use Scapegoat, etc. The only reason I don't run Scapegoats in this deck is because I only run 1 of this. But if you run 3, some people want to run 3, go ahead and run some Scapegoats. Now my tech cards. Card Guard. At 8 gains 300. If it has the counter on it, so it's 1900. But I usually remove it and put it on Toon Kingdom. That way, if there were to MST Toon Kingdom or Toon Kingdom were to be destroyed for any reason, I just remove it. And then this can leave the field, and the counter will still stay on Toon Kingdom. So it's definitely good. Necrophase. There's been times where I've milled about 15 cards off my Toons, and then I summon this, and it gains 100 for each of the mill cards. So this has been good. And also, I mean, if you mill something good, your 1 Mimicat that you run, I don't know, your Card Guard, your Comic Hands, your Fiendish Chains, this is good to recycle back. 1 Effect Veiler. I'll explain why I only run 1 of these. That's it for my Toon monsters, so I only run 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My spells. 3 Toon Table of Contents. Search any Toon card or Manga Ray Ran, but ignore that. Toon card. What will research that? Well, if you don't already have that on the field, on board, you get this bad boy out. 3 Toon Kingdom. This is the heart of the deck. 3 of these are destroyed, 3 of these are in the graveyard, 3 of these are banished, 3 of them are not on the field or your hand. You lost. Just scoop right now. You want to protect this. Your whole deck is based on protecting this, keeping this on board, okay? That is either from protection, from shuffling into the deck, from getting banished, from anything. So we got to try to build as much cards to protect this. 3 Toon Kingdoms. You can search them out with Toon Table, which is why I only run 1 Terraforming. You can run 2. Don't run 3, too cloggy. But you just run 1 just for a little slightly more consistent on Toon Kingdom. 3 Comic Hand. This card is amazing. Since your whole deck is based on protecting Toon Kingdom, you don't have to worry about if you control Toon World, which is Toon Kingdom. This card, I have gotten so many ridiculous monsters, and I have pushed for game because I have 2 Toon monsters. They have 1 beat stick. Comic Can, they don't have no monsters. Attack directly, attack directly, attack directly. It's considered as a Toon monster. This is just amazing. And then people be wasting negate activations with this, alphas, MSTs. Like, that's fine. You wasted on this, that's fine. Like I said, this deck is going to be basically based off normal summon, so you want to run Pot of Duality just to add more consistency. Don't have to worry about the special summoning, since you don't special summon on your turn, other than Toon Cyber Dragon, maybe. 1 Mimicat, amazing, but too situational. But I have gotten amazing monsters with this, as well as Vanities, Dark Holes. This card is still great. Just 1 though, because it's situational. Shadow Toon. Shadow Toon is amazing because it's just a burn damage. You know, you want to get to your opponent's life points as close to 0, so you burn them. Let me show you a cool combo. The only reason I won is because I run 3 of these. So I go Shadow Toon. Let's say the monster has 2200. Shadow Toon. They take 222 damage. Comic Can, take it. Attack, another 22. If you have other 2 monsters on board, it can get really ridiculous. So you definitely want to keep that combo right there. If you run 3 comic hands, 1 Shadow Toon at least. Magic Reflector, just another token. You want to prevent it from getting destroyed, so Toon Kingdom prevents it from getting destroyed. Raigeki, because it's Raigeki. Onto my traps. Yes, as you notice, you run many monsters. Here we go. 3 Toon Mask. This card is absolutely amazing. Once you have Toon World, you just set these. Your opponent is gonna summon. You go Toon Mask. You're mostly gonna be summoning your rank 4s. But hey, if they go to a beat stick, you can go into your Toon Cyber Dragon or Toon Dark Magician Girl. So why not do that? Toon Mask has saved me a lot. Now the reason why you do this at the end phase or during your opponent's turn is because this great combo right here. 2 lose 1 turns. You want to go end phase, Toon Mask. End phase, I have activated 2 in 1 turn. You pull them out, lose 1 turn, negates their effects for the turn and changes them to defense, which is fine because then end phase is over. You change your monsters back to attack, how many monsters you have, and you attack. Lose 1 turn will not hurt your deck at all. If it hurts Toon Cyber Dragon, that is fine. It goes to defense, you can still defend it. Because your Toons can be destroyed if you mill. 3 Toon Mask, 2 lose 1 turns, 3 can get a little cloggy. 2 Toon Briefcase. This has ignites, cleaves, anything that just over summons is amazing. When your opponent summons a monster, while you control a Toon monster, shuffle the monsters into the deck. So definitely great. Now for more, you want to help Castells. You don't just worry about MSTs. You have Castells, you have Diamond Darwolf, you have all these tech cards that just destroy or can just get rid of Toon Kingdom and just hurt you, and it's over. So you want to protect it as much as you can. Self-explanatory. Protect it as much as you can. 1 Dark Bribe. The Dark Bribe, people say, but you really want to let your opponent draw? Yes, I would let my opponent draw if it means saving Toon Kingdom, because I'd rather them draw into a monster, I'd rather them draw into an upstart goblin, into something else that will still save my Toon Kingdom's ass. And also spells, Dark Bribe. This combo right here, the lose one turn with the Toon Mask, is what will win you the games. Now that is it for my main deck. I mean, extra deck is mostly based off to you, but you are mostly running rank 4s, so you just go typical Cowboy, Arc, This is just mine, but you can do more. I don't have 15, but still debating about some synchros. You do have Effect Veiler. If you want to run 2, you can. Exiton, Ragnar, Black Ship of Corn, Gemini Pearl, Castell, Kibito. Side. This is morely up to you. This is the cards that I am running at the moment. I'm going to be explaining some cards that you can run if you don't like the main core build. You want to side in 1 Mimic Cat just because there's times you face decks that are very valuable, and this can come in handy. Light Imprisoning because it won't hurt you. 1 Day of Peace. Just side it. This is more not of a side, but if you want to run this, an idea that you can run this if you want to. Macro. You don't need your graveyard at all. Defissure, you don't need your graveyard at all. It hurts many decks. These two hurt many decks. Kaiser. Go against the Teller Knights. You got game. Stygian Dirge. I love this card. Many people don't, but I personally love it, and has saved my ass many times from people going into ridiculous Xyz like Dante, like Trevor. There's many cards that just have saved my ass with this, and people don't realize it. Teller Knights are not going to be running 2 level 3s. They're not going to be running no loop cards, no wind up. Stygian Dirge, definitely. Chaos Trap Hole, because it's Chaos Trap Hole, and I hate that Goseka, etc., etc. Light or dark monsters are a thing. There you go. 1 Terraforming. This is just things that you can be switching off and on. You can act. They're not particularly side cards, but it's just things that I don't feel like I have a fully built side, because Mistake hurts this deck, Imperial Iron Wa hurts this deck, Anti-Spell Fragrance hurts this deck. So if you kind of see my scenario here, I mean, you could run Artifact, I don't know, let me see here. Maybe a Skill Drain, you know, an Artifact Lancia, things like that. Curse of Forbidden Spell. If they focus on just 1 spell card, you can hit this. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You can also add little funner things like Toon Cannon Soldier if you would like. That's also fun. If you want to add a couple MSTs into the deck, you can. Now, if you see, since you run your Toon Mask and your deck's going to be based off a lot of this, if you see that they summon level high monsters, you can even side this in. What this will do is this will bring the level 8, if they have a level 8, lose 1 turn most likely. It's going to change to defense, that's fine. Your next turn you change to attack for 3,000. They cannot activate spell or traps until the end of the damage step. So this is a good, you know, kind of card to side in. I don't main it because it's going to be hard to get out. It requires 2 tribute for the tribute summon, so unless they run a high level plays, then you're not going to be doing that. But yeah, that was it. I want to thank you guys all for watching. This was Themeaddict12. Please subscribe. There's going to be many other videos coming from, I don't know their names. I'm Drew Yo. Then you got Yeezus. Then you got Yeezy. You know, they're all big Kanye fans. And you got Ivan, which has not been introduced yet. But you definitely want to keep watching this because we're going to have a lot of fun deck profiles. We're going to have duels. We're going to have interviews. It's going to be really fun to watch. So you definitely want to stay tuned. This has worked out for me so far and is so much fun. I definitely suggest that you pick this deck up. It is just amazingly fun. I mean, and it's just artwork. If you're a big fan of the artwork, you're going to love this. This combination right here is what is key. Okay, lose 1 turn will hurt your opponent and it will not hurt you at all. Take advantage of this card. If you don't, it's very hard to make this deck playable / fun without you lose 1 turn. So that's definitely something you want to require. Other than that, this has been Themeaddict12. Subscribe. Like I said, comment below. Any ideas? Thank you. Latest.